Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Varun. Thank you so much. Keep the chart clean, guys. We'll start the service. Sorry, we'll start the screening in next 2 minutes. Good morning, Sumit. Hit the like button, guys. गलत स्क्रीनिंग है दिनेश कहाँ से लिया है सप्लाई First movement is always taken from the body, right? Let's start with the screening, guys. So Bitcoin में क्यों है गोल्ड शानदार चल रहा है मूवमेंट एक सेकेंड एक्सेल ओपन कर लेता हूँ भाई बॉडी से लो बोला ना Okay. So starting with daily time frame, what are the major things that you will be looking at? The previous demand. This is the previous demand retracement कितना लिया था जितना हमारा previous inducement range है उतना ही हमें यहाँ पे rejection दिखने को मिली थी. Post that, whatever the calculations of the demand was there, that was the TP1. With that TP1, 150% was the TP2. Market tend to take the rejection from the same point of action. So हमें यहाँ पे line of context को mark कर लेंगे जहाँ पे buyers बैठना शुरू किए. Post that plan of actions, what are the next steps that you will be looking over here? This is the previous supply. The previous supply होने के बाद एक retracement यहाँ पे generate हुई थी, right? So ये retracement कहाँ से आई थी? जितना हमारा previous allocation point था supply का उतना ही movement यहाँ पे आपको दिखने को मिलेगी. Right? Post that, what is the next movement? जितना हमारा पूरा supply point of action है, that will be taken under the consideration. One shot में break हुआ था, so we'll multiply the supply. Post multiplying the supply, what do we notice? We do have a high point over here, which will act as one mini resistance point, right? जहाँ से rejection ले रहा है market. Post this, what are the next steps that you will be currently looking here? The next steps that you will be focusing over here are अभी rejection कितना लेगा market and कहाँ तक आएगा वो rejection point, right? For that, the first allocation point that you will be looking is जो हमारा previous retracement point of action था, that will act as your current demand zone, right? If it breaks, then we'll multiply, else no multiplications will be done over here on the demand zone. right? So this is our daily. In daily, this is the swing low, this is the swing high, what we'll be marking, this is the retracement point. Let's do the math and check what is the numbers that we are getting. Swing high is 2932.397 minus 2833.395. What is the formulative number? 99.002. What is the retracement volume that we are having? 2880.794. Right? With this, what is the next steps that we'll be doing? 2880.794, direction is bullish, plus 99.002 into 1.618, which is the golden ratio. So what is the first targets that we are having over here? The first target that we are having for golden ratio is at 3040.979. What do we notice? Do we have a rejection from the same point of action? Post that, what is the next step that we'll be working on? The next step we'll be working on the intermediate ratio. Intermediate ratio's formula could be 2880.794 plus 99.002 into 2. What is the formulative number that we are getting? 3078.798. Right? These are the next steps of actions that we'll be following in the daily time frame for the swing trades. Coming down to 4 hours. In 4 hours, what do we notice? The market tend to follow a rule. What is that rule? This was our previous demand of allocations with the selling pressure. Take that mark allocations and multiply the version. With that, the market tend to hunt down. With this was our major reversal point. उसी reversal point के साथ market moved towards the long, right? This is a mathematical number where the market tend to reject. Here, what are the next steps that you will be looking? The next steps you will be looking is in allocations of the supplies. ये हमारा first supply point है. So mark this first supply point. With this, how much did you get the rejection over here? The previous. एक चीज हमेशा याद रखना, जो आपका previous जो भी movement रहता है, अगर market नीचे आ रहा है, then your last supply will act as your current demand. In this scenario, this is our previous last supply. This will act as your current demand, right? Post this, what are the next steps? Whatever you're having as a supply will get converted into 2 and play an action over here. रिट्रेस कितना होगा मार्केट? जितना हमारा प्रीवियस रिट्रेसमेंट पॉइंट है उतना ही रिट्रेसमेंट आपको यहाँ पे दिखने को मिलेगी. पोस्ट दैट कंटिन्यूटी कहाँ तक? On the break, right? This is the next plan of actions. Post that, we will allocate the next moment, which will be considered in perspectives of 2 action points, which is one, this, post allocating this 150% rejection point. Second, 150% rejection point. Second, जो भी यहाँ पे हमारा previous supply था, that will act as your current. Right? With this current point of action, 200% was exact rejection point for us. With that, market tend to continue the movement towards the down. Right? Here, what are the major things did the market follow? If you notice over here, this is exactly the S2B1 setup which market created. With S2B1, market tend to take the rejection and continue the rally. Right? In this point of action, what are the next steps that you will be allocating? The first point of action will be your previous retracement's length, will be your current movement, which you can notice over here. With this point of action, what could be the retracement? Your previous demand will get acted as your current supply. Right? So we got a retracement point over here. With that retracement point of action, जितना हमारा previous demand range था from the top to bottom, right? That will act as your current. What do we notice? We notice a break and continuity. What are the steps that you will be doing? Multiplying it 150% rejection point. Where did the market tend to take the rejection from? 150%. right? So this is 4 hours. What are the next steps that we will be looking over here? The next steps we will be looking over here is in the directions of allocations into the bearish moments. Bearish moments में allocations कैसे allocate करोगे? Excuse me, guys. How will you allocate it? This was your previous swing high. This is your previous swing low. This is your retracement point, right? Do the math. Swing high is at 3057.250 minus 3025.858. What is the formulative number that you have got? The formulative number that you have got is 31.392. With this, what is the next step that we'll be following? The retracement point 3074 3047.438, direction is bearish, minus 31.392 into the golden ratio, which is 1.618, right? What is the targets we are having at the current state of actions? The target we are having is 2991, 2997.143, right? This is the first plan of actions. अगर ये break होता है, then we will look into the circumstances of golden ratio. होने के बाद क्या आता है? Intermediate. So that will be the next plan of actions, not prior to that, right? So this is our 4 hours. 4 hours current movement is bearish. Daily time frame wave is bearish. What is the next thing that we will be looking over here? The next thing we'll be looking is tide 1.0. That is in 1 hour. In 1 hour, what is market trying to do? Is market following a rule or just it's following a small ऊपर जा रहा है, नीचे आ रहा है, गिर रहा है, right? अगर यहाँ पे notice करोगे कहाँ कहाँ पे circulating supply है, we should make sure that each and every circulating supplies will act as the current point of actions. How do you notice in perspectives of that? Allocations of the previous days to the current, right? The previous day will act over here as 21st March. So this will be your current demand, right? Post the current demand is marked. What is the retracement point that you look over here? The retracement point will act as your previous retracement point, right? With that previous retracement point, market tend to take the rejections and continue. Okay, so this was the retracement point. Continuity में कितना movement आएगा? जितना हमारा previous demand zone है, उतना movement allocation यहाँ पे दिखने को मिलेगी. With that, what did market tend to do? Market gave a closure. With the closure, allocation points will be at 150%. What do we notice? The line of actions will be conducted in exact 150% range. इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन होने के बाद अभी सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाईज मेजरली कहाँ पे वर्क होता है? 15 मिनट्स. Let's look into the circuit. Let's look into the circulating supplies in 15 minutes and let's try to hunt it down. At the current point of action, our eggshell is in this zone, right? Eggshell number 1, ये जो eggshell थी वो break होके Friday के दिन closure यहाँ पे दिया था. If you guys remember one thing, what we had said, the market could tend to cover up till this point of action and come down, right? आज के दिन में what are the next major procedures that you'll be looking? Where all are the retailers' SL points? How do you look into the circumstances? The circumstances of looking an actual is in perspectives of each and every point of action, जो कि इस action point में ये है. अगर ये ब्रेक होके कंटिन्यू होती है, then the next target of ours will be 2997.323. How? कैसे? Why is this called as a circulating supply at first place? Right? Wherever the movement you see, you don't see each and every candle will not have a partner. But here, हर एक दो कैंडल में एक पार्टनर आ रही है, हर एक दो कैंडल में एक पार्टनर आ रही है, राइट? सो इन दिस सिनेरियो व्हाट इज मेजरली हैपनिंग ओवर हियर, liquidity is being generated in this zone, whichever side the movement wants to go. क्या करेगा? पहला पहला लिक्विडिटी लेगा, क्या करेगा? पहला पहला लिक्विडिटी लेगा, लिक्विडिटी लेने के बाद लैंड क्रिएट करके मार्केट चेंजेस द स्ट्रक्चर, not prior to that. Okay, so these are the plan of actions that you will be working at the current point of actions. With that, what are the next steps that you will be allocating over here? The previous demand is this. With this previous demand, which is your previous retracement point, this demand, right? So this demand will work as your current supply over here. With this point of actions, we will look for the next plan of action. The next plan of action will be जितना हमारा previous demand है उतने का movement, उसके साथ continuity, right? Continuity इसके लिए mark कर रहा हूँ, अगर ये break होता है, एक चीज याद रखना, first demand break होना चाहिए, first demand break होगा then only the continuity, else यहाँ पे S2 B2 create करके market will tend to take the rejection. Okay, so this is the plan of actions that we'll be following at the current state of actions. Any doubts in gold, guys, so that we can move to BTC? Yes. नहीं नहीं, वो आप लोग मार्क करो ना, हर एक लेवल पे आई विल नॉट बी मार्किंग इट, राइट? So current state of action, swing low, ye low, swing high, this retracement point. Not every point of action I will help you guys. You have to do it for some places, right? 3017.635, right? Swing low is at 299.498. What is the formulative number? 18. With that number 18, what is the retracement value that we are having? 3010.016. Direction plus 18.173. The first target we are having for this point of actions will be at 3039.36. ये वर्क कब होगा? जब हमारा सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई मिल चुका है, उससे पहले मत देखना. Am I clear over here? नमस्ते पंकज. नो डाउट्स. किसी को कोई डाउट है? प्लीज डू आस्क बिफोर मूविंग टू बीटीसी. Hit the like button, guys. Dikshit, in every market there is only one rule to know which area has the control, both supply and demand, they are balanced, then in that zone absorption takes place like iceberg orders or large orders. Large orders is totally different, iceberg orders are totally different, Dikshit. Then imbalance, market price may go up or down. Always remember one thing, guys. अगर market ऊपर जाना है, first what we guys will do is, समझ लेना, market is falling continuously. Okay, when the market is falling continuously, what is the one thing, if we want to take the markets up, what are the first things that will be working over here? We will show the price action to them ki like, okay, this is the reversal zone, right? Definitely we will show them a price action to execute the trades, right? Post execution of the trades, you what do you see? All the retailers will be in perspectives on setting in the pullback post the retracement point. right? Let's just mark this candle as the last red, right? Post that red candle, market में हर एक retailers यहाँ पे ऊपर के लिए बिटने को आएंगे, right? At this point of action क्या होगा? We grab the liquidity, right? अगर मार्केट ऊपर जाना है, यहाँ पे हमें प्राइस ऑफ एक्शन क्या दिखाएगा? पहला हमें यहाँ पे प्राइस ऑफ एक्शन दिखाएगा कि हमें डिस्काउंटेड प्राइस चाहिए। सो जैसे ही सब लोग यहाँ पे बैठे थे, उनका एसएल हिट होगा। वाई? दिस विल बी आवर रेंज ऑफ कंडक्ट, राइट? जो रेंज ऑफ कंडक्ट होने के बाद फर्स्ट कैंडल ऑफ अलोकेशन होती है, राइट? दिस कैंडल विल वर्क एज द ग्रीन कैंडल. This will be the zone where the market will tend to move without giving an option to sit, right? That's where you will see a price action of S2, B1. Okay. With S2, B1, what does the market will do at this point? A second candle confirmation, third candle rejection, continuity, execution of the trades. That's how market will tend to work each and every point of time. Right? जहाँ पे आप लोग retailers in perspectives, they will be looking for a retracement point. The market will not give you an option to get in the directions of the market at all. Right? That is the price action it follows each and every time. But the main thing over here, what do you guys do? You guys will not tend to have the patience of executing the trade there. Let me showcase you of last 1 week before getting into BTC. एक second, guys. ब्यूटीफुल गाइस, टारगेट हिट हो चुकी है सब लोग। यहाँ पे अलोकेशन चेंज कर लेना। नेक्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन इज डायरेक्टली इन द मैथमेटिकल नंबर्स ऑफ 51,600. ओके, दिस इज द बैंक निफ्टी नेक्स्ट टारगेट। निफ्टी अगर 23,531 के ऊपर क्लोज करती है तभी ही, उससे पहले नहीं। यहाँ पे एक लिक्विडिटी हंट होगा, होने दो, मेरे को प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ओके, so coming back to the action point, right? Each and every point of actions, what does the market tend to show you? Right? One rejection, wick creation, pressure generated, with the pressure third candle execution, movement. Right? Same way, market was going slow and steadily. Every point of action retailers were sitting over here, right? Agar mark karunga, first break, retailers took an execution over here, correct? Long ke liye. What did market do? Took their SL. With that point of action, market tend to move up, again bitaya SL, right? Market tend to move up, bitaya POI range में गई. With that POI range, market tend to move up. यहाँ पे क्या सेटअप क्रिएट हुआ, अगर नोटिस कर रहे हो, S2B1 का सेटअप क्रिएट हुआ था. How? Wick creation, candle 1 closure, second, third execution. Right? Each and every time, it's just not one time, guys. Each and every time. यहाँ पे बताओ, what do you tend to see over here? Right? Wick pressure was towards the selling, movement continued towards the down. बट जितने भी लोग ये फोमो में बैठे थे यहाँ पे कि लाइक मैं रिट्रेसमेंट में एंट्री करूंगा, राइट? रिट्रेसमेंट कहाँ आया उनको? इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में क्लोजर दिया कैंडल, यस क्लोजर दिया, उसका नेक्स्ट कैंडल भी कंटिन्यूटी में दिखाई. व्हाट डिड मार्केट फॉलो? अगेन S2B1 सेटअप, 1 2 थर्ड कैंडल एग्जीक्यूशन, right? It's just not one point, it's not one second point, it's not just the third point. हजार बार भी तुम मार्केट में देखो, यही चीज आपको दिखने को मिलेगी, कुछ और नहीं. You guys give me a random date, I will showcase you in that random date. अगर आप लोगों को लगता है this is taken care in the perspectives of one directional move, right? What do you notice? यहाँ पे सब लोगों को पता चला नीचे आएगा, ओके? पुल बैक नीचे आई, क्या करेंगे सब लोग यहाँ पे, इसके नीचे बैठेंगे, करेक्ट, इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन के नीचे। मार्केट गेव अ ब्रेक, प्रेशर क्रिएट की, बाइंग प्रेशर विद द विक जनरेशन, फर्स्ट कैंडल, सेकंड कैंडल, थर्ड कैंडल, एग्जीक्यूशन। हमेशा याद रखना, जितने भी लोग पुल बैक में बैठते हैं ना, उनको हमेशा हंट करेगा। हिट द लाइक बटन गाइस। ओके, in forex I can do, but bitcoin and crypto, they completely different. In crypto my entries are very bad, and forex my entries are perfect, but coming to crypto bitcoin, not going perfect. एक दिन में आपको परफेक्ट बनना है ना दीक्षित, भूल जाओ। गिव योरसेल्फ सम टाइम्स। आ रहे हैं पंकज, पीटीसी में आ रहे हैं, 2 मिनट। एसएल ट्रिगर हो गया। एमटीएसएल क्यों नहीं फॉलो किए पंकज? 2000 पॉइंट में रखने बोला था ना, वो क्यों नहीं रखे? बट गुड ट्रेड अप, थैंक यू फॉर होल्डिंग इट। लवली। सर एमसी कॉन्सेप्ट का नंबर्स, हाँ 2 मिनट लगा रहा हूँ। कितना पॉइंट लिए पंकज? कितने पॉइंट्स में एसएल ट्रिगर हुआ? बट फिर भी अच्छा मिला सर। कितना पॉइंट्स मिला? ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, MTSL is the first point of trigger, then the second point of trigger will be considered in a perspective of the motions, not prior to that. Okay, so coming down to BTC, what a moment. 1600 points. Good job, Pankaj. Keep it up. 2300 points running MTSL at 86,200. Great, Varun. First place, I'm not your pro. Okay, you can call me Nitesh. Not one day, I can wait. I have much patience, but crypto follows a different way. Can you explain? If you have noticed, we do have a video circumstances in the different circulations. उस हिसाब से वो चलती है. Starting with BTC, right? POI actions mark कर लेना. पंकज, प्रीवियस डे का जो अलोकेशन पॉइंट है ना लॉन्ग के तरफ, वो टारगेट्स को फॉलो करके बने रहना, ठीक है? So this is the POI range. The POI range will be considered in the movement action plans of the current post-inducement range. That will be the allocation point जहाँ से buyers allocate हुए थे, right? Buyers allocation के बाद market tend to move in a directions, and हमें यहाँ पे क्या generate होते हुए दिखे थी? We have a perpendicular movement of the internal liquidity point, right? With this internal liquidity point, market tend to come down. This was our mathematical number rejection point. So could be marking out that same. In this scenario, what are the major things that you'll be following? Pankaj, आपके लिए है swing traders के लिए, right? In this scenario, watch out on two major things, right? The two major things that you will be following is whatever the demand will be act as in the current state of actions, that will work as your current movement plan post S1 setup, right? So what do we notice over here? Post S1 setup, did the market close below the demand zone? No, it was just a wick creation. When there is just a wick creation, I'm totally okay, but the body closure should be inside it. Post that plan of actions, what did market tend to do? Market created a supply. How much was the rejection point? जितना हमारा previous allocations of the supply that will act as our current demand, जो कि यहाँ पे work हुई थी. Post that plan of actions, multiply the version and allocate it again. What do we notice? Our next targets is aligned at the perspectives of 87956.48. That will be the next target plan at the current stage of actions for the swing. Right? Post that, what are the next steps that we'll be following? We'll be allocating the numbers in the directions of the math. So, what is the swing low? The swing low remains the same. What is the swing high? Swing high will be the red candle high point and retracement will be red candle low point. Right? Post this plan of actions, what are the next steps that we'll be looking in the considerations? Right? Let's do the math. Swing high is 84492.26 minus 76587.71. What is the formulative number that we have got? The formulative number we have got is 7904.55. Right? What is the next step that we'll be doing? The retracement point 79941.71. Direction is bullish plus 7904.55 into 1.618. What is the formulative number that we are getting at the current stage of actions? The formulative number is 95337.56. Right? This will be the plan of actions that market could currently follow and tend to hunt out the retailers. Right? Post this plan of actions, what are the next steps that we'll be working over here? Let's come down to 4 hours to check the supply and demand. Right? In the scenarios, did the market follow each and every setup as per the movements? Yes, it did. Post allocation point, this was our first supply. Post first supply, this was the first retracement point that we had. With that retracement, market tend to take the hunt, closed out. Post the closure, market tend to continue the movement. Right? With this movement plan of actions, what did market tend to do? Market tend to give a closure, and then with the S2B1 setup, market tend to take the rejections. Right? Post rejections is being allotted. What are the next steps that we'll be looking? What will be the first rejection point? The first rejection point will be as per the previous demand in this scenario. The scenario 1 is being mapped out over here with the scenario 1. आप लोगों को सिर्फ दो कैंडल का डिमांड भी दिखता होगा. You can look in perspectives of that with the allocations, right? Once you allocate that point of action over here, multiply into 2, 150% will be your rejection plan of action, right? दोनों तरफ से अगर notice करोगे, market tend to take the rejection from the same circulative movement, right? Post the circulative movement, what did market tend to do? On the Saturday, market tend to create a POI range, which was from this point of action, this point of action to this point of action. In this POI range, did the market tend to move? No. Then कल के दिन में market में क्यों move आया? To understand that, let's look into the perspective of the previous supply to the current as per the allocations through the previous retracement point. What is the previous retracement? Previous retracement is looked into the consideration of this. This will act as your current demand range, else Your previous supply candle will act as your last. All right. So both the plan of action remains the same. With the plan of actions, multiply the first one, that will be your exact rejection point. To understand the second scenario of the rejections, with this rejections, market tend to continue. Coming down to 1 hour, do we notice any circulating supplies over here? Yes, we do have a circulating supply, right? So the what was the direction? Direction was bearish. Circulating supply was generated. With that circulating supply, market tend to hunt all the sellers down to the point of actions. In this perspectives, what are the next step that we'll be looking over here? In this scenario, we will be allocating the swing highs and lows to make sure the next point of action is taken under the consideration. So 1 hour swing low, 1 hour swing high, 1 hour retracement point. What are the next steps that we'll be following over here? Doing the math. Okay. What is the swing high? 84593.88 minus 83190.81. What is the formulative number? 1403.07. What is the retracement point? 83620.03. Direction is bullish, plus 1403.07 into 1.618. What is the level that we have got? The level we have currently got in the circumstances कि already hit हो चुके हैं, मैं बता रहा हूँ, is 82211.87. क्या हो गया? Right, retracement point is 83620.03. Direction is bullish, 1403.07 into 1.618. The target is 85890.19. Right, first rejection point is taken under the consideration. Post that rejection point of actions, what is the intermediate ratio formula? 83620.03. Direction bullish, formulative number 1403.07 into 2. What is the number that we have got? The number is 86426.17. Do we have the exact rejection point at the action here? Yes, we do. What are the next steps that we'll be looking over here? The next steps will be looking into the consideration of next swing high and low. So in that scenario, the low remains the same. The high will get changed to this perspective. The low will get changed to this perspective. With that, the retracement will take under the consideration of this point. Okay. So with this plan of actions, what are the next step that we will be looking for? The swing high is 85425.07 minus 83598.51. What is the formulative number? 1826.56. What is the retracement value that we are having? 84800.91. Direction plus formulative number 1826.56. What is the first target of golden ratio? Into 1.618. The target remains to be at 87756.28. Right, this is the next target plan which the market could follow and continue till. Okay, so what are the steps that we'll be looking over here at the current scenario? We have allotted all the movement plan of actions with the movement plan of actions. The next steps will be taken under the considerations of allotting the supply and demand. The 23rd supply is taken under the first consideration because the market was in the POI range. With the POI range, we will do the inside liquidity allocation as well Post that, the market tend to reject from 200%. With the 200% rejection, what is the next step that we'll be looking over here? For a new setup. If we get a new setup, there will be a new allocation point. Else, we will take under the consideration of each and every insider liquidity and allocate the moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Okay. So this will be our current plan of actions target, which will be taken under the considerations of second scenario. Okay. So these are the targets what we'll be looking in the current scenarios and allocating the movements, not prior to that. Any doubts in BTC, guys? Coming down to 15 minutes, next plan of actions will be taken under the considerations. For that, give me 2 minutes. Yes. And if you guys remember, we do have one left, which is over here. This will be acting as the second range. Okay. So this is the plan of actions, what will be taken under the consideration before the movements. Coming down to 15 minutes, what are the next math we'll be calculating at the stage? The next math we'll be calculating over here is in the 15 minutes to understand the point of interest. जो कि important नहीं है, 1 hour का target hit होने के बाद देखेंगे, उससे पहले नहीं. Coming down to 15 minutes, what are the major steps that we'll be following over here? The major steps that we'll be following over here is in the perspective of the moments which has been taken under the considerations of each and every circulating moments, right? Each and every circulating moments कैसे consideration पे लोगे? जितना हमारा movement action plan होता है उतना ही movement यहाँ पे generation में दिखने को मिलती है. उसके बाद जितना भी allocation बच जाता है, that will be taken under the consideration of the next. Okay. So this is the plan of action number 1. मार्केट ने रिट्रेसमेंट कितना लिया था? जितना हमारा प्रीवियस रिट्रेसमेंट पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन था. विल यू कंसिडर दिस और दिस और दिस और दिस? राइट. कंसिडरेशंस विल बी ऑलवेज लुक्ड इन टू पर्सपेक्टिव्स. अगर मार्केट बड़ा रेड कैंडल क्रिएट किया है विक के साथ, S2B1 सेटअप क्रिएट किया है, the previous allocation point will act as your 1. Okay. Post the previous point of action is acted as 1 point, then 150% will be a rejection from the same. Right? Post the actions, what are the next steps that you will be looking over here? गलत क्या है? एक second guys. Body. एक second. I did it wrong. Wait. So this was the previous action plan. 1 multiplied to 150% rejection. Yes. right? This is the plan of actions that will be taken under the consideration. If this plan of action is not under the process, what are the next steps that you will be following? The next step you will be following is taking the insider liquidity. How the insider liquidity is taken under the consideration? Every candle has a circulating over here, right? So this circulation will act as your current. This will be taken in perspectives of body. So 1, 2, 3, and last one is 4. So this will be your second plan of actions, which will be taken under the consideration before the movement, right? With this plan of actions, the market continued the movement. What are the plans that you will be looking over here? The first plan of actions will be taking the consideration of the previous supply. The previous supply will act as 1. With the consideration of 1, the market continued. The action point will be taken under the consideration again with the speculative of 200%, right? So अगर break होके continue करता है, the next target will be at 87,756, not prior to that. Okay, any doubt over here, guys? In BTC, what is MTSL? MTSL is mind trailing. Just for an example, good morning, Karthik. So if you take under the consideration in system, we will be following a SL, right? So this is system SL. With this system SL, what is the next steps that we'll be looking over here? The next step we'll be looking in consideration of trailing stop loss, all right? Post trailing, we have MTSL, right? MTSL is taken in consideration of the mind. You can't place MTSLs in the system, okay? So just for an example, you executed a trade over here. First you place, what time session is it? Okay, London session. 400 points का SL आपने यहाँ पे place किया. Post placing that SL point, what you will do? You will wait for 1:1, right? Once you get a break of 1:1, which is 400 points plus running, then you will take the trailing. Where will the trailing play the role? The trailing will play the role in the perspective of the movement, which will be taken under the consideration of execution point plus 100 points. That will be your CTC plus 100. Post that, whatever the movement you get till the mathematical number, that is taken in consideration of 1:1, in 1:10, in that consideration point your 1:1 is closed, and the continuity will all taken under the consideration of MTS. Every point, the trailing will be going on till the point of action where it doesn't break the MTSL point and continuity. With this continuity only, the next plan of actions will be taken. If this breaks, exit the trade. Break करके sustain होता है, then exit the trade. This is the plan of action of MTSL. Any doubts in BTC, guys? Dikshit, hope you got the point of Bitcoin. Hit the like button, guys. आ जाओ सर, इंडियन सेशन में आ जाओ. आ रहे 2 मिनट दे दो, आ रहे. Good morning, Anirudh. How is your back testing, forward testing, and live testing going on? No worries, Karthik. Nilesh, how is your back testing, forward testing going on? Samarth, how is your back testing, forward testing going on? Venkat, how is your forward testing, back testing going on? So it's going good, but I get confused a lot. कहाँ कहाँ पे कंफ्यूज हो रहे हो एक बार बता देना. I will explain you the scenarios again. Okay? Mali Babu sir, hope you're there in the stream. If you're there in the stream, please do share the screenshots of the executions of screening. Good job, guys. Good job. नहीं मत करो अंजलि, रुको, हंसाओ मत तुम मेरे स्क्रीन पे. Allotting the supply and demand and which high, low, and retracement to take into consideration. Okay. So this is your 15th day, right? Rico, give yourself another 8 days to understand the allocations of supply and demand. Okay. Guys, post 51,572, we will look for rejection perspectives. निफ्टी में हमने देखा ही नहीं ना. एक सेकेंड. निफ्टी का टारगेट हिट हो चुका है. Post that, the next plan of actions will be taken under the consideration of okay. That are the points. Swing high is taken under the consideration of 23,277.90. Swing low will be taken consideration in perspective of 23,241 point, sorry, 23,133.45. What is the formulative number? The formulative number is 144.45. Retracement is at 23,241.10. Direction is bullish plus 144.45 into 1.618. The target is of 144.45. 23,474 हो गया. इंटरमीडिएट रेशियो 23,530. आज के दिन में वो टारगेट हिट हो चुकी है. Right, the next consideration of the points will be taken under the swing high of this, swing low of this, and the retracement point of this. Okay. Sir, short कब बैठेंगे? जब तक सेलिंग प्रेशर नहीं दिखेगा मार्केट में, we are not looking for short. The swing high will be 23,404.65 minus 23,241.10. Formulative number is 163.55. Retracement point is 23,275.20. Direction is bullish plus 163.55 into 1.618. The target is 23,539. Hit The next target of intermediate ratio is at 23602.30. ये टारगेट भी आज हिट करेगा. Okay, this will be the next target plan in the action. Any doubts in Indian session, guys? Good morning, Samarth. Okay, sir, I'm trying. Hit the like button, guys. Good morning, Ambika. Good morning, Dhananjay. Late to the stream today, no worries. Do the screening, right? Post doing the screening, allocate the demand and supplies. Post that. If you get any doubts, Dhananjay, do let me know. Okay? All the new members, welcome to the stream. If you're liking the stream, if you're learning from it, if you're enjoying the content, do it a like, share, and subscribe. Whatever doubts you guys are getting in perspectives of the market, please do ask so that I can help you out clearing that specific thing. How does the market tend to move? Okay. Don't execute the trades in FOMO. Don't execute the trades impatiently. Fearless trading is very much important with the proper risk management. With that, emotional less trading is very much important. मतलब जीतने से खुशी मनाना, हारने से दुखी हो जाना is not the quality of the traders. Make sure you carry the poker face when you are in the trade, still the mathematical targets. If you have missed the trade, that's totally fine. Just make sure that directions is always given in perpendiculars of 5 to 6 trades in a day. The question, how do you time your entries? For example, if trading Asian, do you look the chart from start or do you keep the charts on through the whole Asian range? No, I only look in perspective of UTC, right? ये time frame select करो. Once post selections of that, what are the next things that you look into the perpendiculars? Whatever the starting point range. Just for an example, in the scenario of gold, what is the starting range? The starting range was here, right? From this range, the calculations will be in perpendicular to the previous and continuity. That are the only things that you guys have to be working on with being in the directions. अगर एशियन सेशन में ट्रेड कर रहे हो आपका एसएल होगा 2 points else 20 pips in gold, 200 points else 20 pips in BTC. London and New York session, you guys will follow the rules of 4 points or 40 pips in gold, 400 points or 40 pips in BTC. Okay, Dhananjay. So now we can see BTC is making bearish scenario. Bearish scenario कौन से इसमें create होता है अनिरुद्ध? Whichever the scenarios is created in BTC, how does it work? Can you please explain? So if I'm backtesting, I can pick the random date, do the screening from the daytime frame, and then play out sessions. That's right. You don't have to be working in Asian, you don't have to be working in London, you don't have to be working in New York. Right? London and New York definitely has good volumes, but to understand the major concept which people, retailers don't understand is time frame works in perpendicular of just the candle movement range, right? But the liquidity grab is done in the scenario of the same. आप लोग जो accumulation, manipulation, distribution जो follow करते हो ना, वो सब गया, खत्म हो गया. We have to adapt to the markets as the markets say you to, not as per your request. Markets will get adopted. अनिरुद्ध बता देना कौन सा बेरिश सिनेरियो बनने से कब एग्जीक्यूशन होगा. सुमित, bullish or bearish directions is concluded from the daily time frame, higher closure or the lower close from the previous daily candles. No, we will not look in perspectives of that. Perspectives of that is taken under the consideration of only one daily candle में first हमें क्या देखना है. Always remember one thing, wick generate हुआ है कि नहीं हुआ है. अगर wick generate हुआ है, right, and if the market is continuing in the red, so it will come down till London session perspectives, continuity में आएगा. अगर Asian session में without body generation, without wick creation in the top, if it's in the bearish zone, definitely in London session the market will go up and create the wick and then continue in the New York session. Okay, so here the only perspectives that should be taken under the considerations are market क्या कर रहा है, वो समझने के लिए the only price of action that you guys need is a proper mathematical directions, right? Previous day high, previous day low के हिसाब से आप executions देखोगे, then market already वहां पे 30 300 pips 200 pips की movement दे चुकी होगी. उस point of actions में it won't help you out to sustain in the markets for very long. Okay, Sumit? A candle with a wick and inside candle and then rejection and follow through. Yes. So can you consider this current movement in BTC as a S2 scenario? ये BTC में जो बना है, क्या आप ये कंसिडर करोगे S2 सिनेरियो में? No, right? Till the time there is no confirmation, you can't guess. Guessing will always take your money. So follow the rule. विक क्रिएट हुआ है, गुड. कंटिन्यूटी में आया, नहीं आया. कंटिन्यूटी में आएगा, थर्ड कैंडल रिजेक्शन लेगा, एग्जीक्यूशन इन S2B1. सेकेंड, हाउ डू यू लुक इनटू द पर्सपेक्टिव? ओके, इनसाइड कैंडल बिल्ड हुआ है, तीन मेजर सिलेक्शंस, दो या तीन कैंडल सेम जोन में खेलने दो, उसके बाद ब्रेक में एग्जीक्यूट. राइट, दैट आर द पर्सपेक्टिव्स दैट यू हैव टू बी लुकिंग इन S2 और B2. राइट, अगर S1 सिनेरियो क्रिएट करता है 15 मिनट में, let the market create at least three partners. Post the three partners confirmation, you can look into the perspective of the next. BTC is forming S2B1. No, it is not forming S2B1. S2B1 is taken under the consideration only at the third candle, right? Samarth, without third candle, how will you look for an execution? जब तक मार्केट नहीं बताएगा आप लोग फोमो में एग्जीक्यूट मत करो। ऑल डे दबा के बैक टेस्टिंग फॉरवर्ड टेस्टिंग करते रहो, मार्केट इंडिकेट करेगा तब ऑटोमेटिकली आपको नोटिफिकेशन आएगा, तब तब आके आप लोग ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूट करना। Sir, I took long at 84069. Now trail my SL at 8473.3. Where should be my MTS, sir? Your execution was at 84,000। अगर आपका MTSL इज एट सॉरी आपका एग्जीक्यूशन 84,000 में है, आपका सिस्टम ट्रेलिंग विल बी एट 85,450, राइट? 1,500। Pankaj, you have to remember that 1,500 will be your system trailing and MTSL will be at 86,200. Okay, 86,200 or 86,000, any numbers could work in the current scenario, but your system trailing will be at 85,600, so that your take home will be of 1,600 points. Okay, Pankaj? On daily bias, targets are near 95K, right, sir? First target यहाँ पे mentioned है ना, 87,576. Break होता है, second target is 85,454. Then the daily target is at 95,800. Okay. So समर्थ, अगर आप 3 कैंडल वेट नहीं किए, S2B1 सेटअप है करके ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूट किए होते, डेफिनेटली आपका एसएल गया होता है यहाँ पे, राइट? सो ऑलवेज रिमेंबर, पेशेंस इज द ओनली की इन द मार्केट्स। एवरीवन हिट द लाइक बटन गाइस, एक लाइक ही तो मांगता हूँ। Closure confirmation is necessary. Yes, that's right. Can we have a video on how to decide whether to be bullish or bearish on screening? Starting, I face difficulties on that. Definitely, Dhananjay, you will have the video. आपको वीडियो मिल जाएगा. Congratulations on 1K path. Thank you, Dinesh. वरुण स्ट्रीम में हो क्या? एलटीडी में कुछ भेजा हो, चेक करो. Excuse me. Good morning, you. How are you? Now we'll look into the circumstances taking the actions in London. Huh? Yeah. Gratlu Astria, Krantvetri, Arostre, 87 through 100. नहीं अंजलि, गलत पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में टीएसएल रखा है, चेंज करो उसे. दिनेश स्क्रीनिंग करो पहला. दिनेश स्क्रीनिंग करो पहला. What are the other topics that you have in plan? I didn't get your point, Dhananjay. Bank Nifty add-on quantity bought on 12th March at 39 is running at 1104. Where should be my MTS? 950. System trailing will be at 710. कल के जो वीडियो में बताया था लाइव पे देख लेना गैप अप किस तरफ ओपन हुआ, राइट? Through the mathematical number, where was the gap up? In the mathematical directions, right? So gap up or gap downs will always open in the directions of the market's mathematical numbers, not against it. Always remember that. Okay. I mean, how to tackle sideways zones where we don't have to trade, etc. आएगा आएगा सब आएगा. अगर कल के वीडियो जो देखे हैं उसमें एक सीक्रेट मैसेज भी है, राइट? जो पूरा देखे उनको पता है what you should not do in a sideways zone. but definitely for Indian sessions, how to tackle the markets will help you. Part 2 में आएगा वो. And BTC consolidation zone में जाने का नाम ही नहीं है. It takes a very long time to get into a consolidation. अगर consolidation zone में जाता है तो consolidation zone रहता है 2000 to 3000 points. हमें उसमें चाहिए 1500 on a daily basis per trade. Yes, gold will never be in a sideways zone. Gold could be in a POI range, right? That's totally fine. On a daily basis of 2 to 3 hours of POI range doesn't matter. Okay, beautiful guys. 70 more points on today's trade closure of 600 points capture. $60 more points for Nifty. Hit the like button, guys. Lovely. मैम मैं उसको कितना भी बोल लूँ वो नहीं करेगा. Good morning, Arundhati ma'am. How are you? How is London treating you? नहीं, BTC को भी जाने दो यार, आराम से जाएगा. अभी स्क्रीनिंग करेगा मिस्टर दिनेश? Yes, sir. Your each and every video has one secret message. True. Daily time frame से start कर, दिनेश. गलत है. सेकंड डिमांड कहाँ से लगाओगे? जो तुमने डायरेक्टली सेकंड लाइनअप में लगाया ना, वो कहाँ से आएगा? भाई वो रेड कैंडल में लगा ना रिट्रेसमेंट के बाद। तू कैंडल टू कैंडल लेके चलना। हाँ, ग्रीन कैंडल के विक है वहां से लगा। हाँ, किसी को भी कोई डाउट है बैक टेस्टिंग करते वक्त, प्लीज डू आस्क। फॉरवर्ड टेस्टिंग करते वक्त make the notes of the doubts so that you guys will understand, okay, how do you look into the perspective of the next. No, no, guys, no, wait, don't trade in hurry, guys. चल रहा है ट्रेड, चलने दो ना उसे आराम से। Beautiful. Bank Nifty target hit. We'll look for the next targets and perspectives because there is no selling pressures yet. So when there is no selling pressures, what are the next steps that you will be following? प्रीवियस जो हमारा स्विंग था वो स्विंग चेंज होके करंट स्विंग पे आएगी। स्विंग हाई, swing low, next retracement. Okay. So only one thing, guys, you guys have to remember is the next. What is that? The next perpendicular till the time there is no selling wick pressure created. No short rates will be looked in the consideration. 84, sorry, 50045.10 minus 48620.80. What is the formulative number that we have got? The formulative number is 1424.3. What is the retracement we are having? 94663.75. Direction is bullish plus 1424.3 into 1.618. The next target we are getting is 51968.26. Post that, what is the intermediate ratio that we are having? 52512.35. 52,512.35. 51,968.26. The only scenario that we'll be looking for next long is यहाँ से एक retracement चाहिए हमें. All the LTD members, one more add-on will be looked on to the retracement point of action over here. Okay. Not prior to that. Almost there, 20 more points for Nifty target to complete. All the new members, जो भी doubt है, please do ask. If you're liking the video, if you're learning from it, if the content you're enjoying, do hit a like, share, and subscribe. $32x running in Banknifty. Keep up the good work, Warren. किसी को भी कोई भी डाउट है इन रिगार्ड्स टू द मार्केट, प्लीज डू आस्क। डाउट्स पूछने से ही डाउट्स क्लियर होते हैं। जब तक डाउट्स क्लियर नहीं होते हैं, दिमाग में there will be a mind fog which will be created. Through that, you will not be able to execute the trade in the directions of the market. You guys will be trading in FOMO and running candles. That is not good for your trading journey. Keep that in mind. Hit the like button, guys. सच में आप लोगों को कोई डाउट्स ही नहीं रहता। 'सर फॉर्मूला को कैसे यूज करना है, एक बार बता सकते हो?' डेफिनेटली गाइस। एक सेकेंड ना, let me do a small thing, small help for you guys so that it will be easier for you. दो मिनट रुक जाओ, I'll help you out with that. I will make your life even more simpler. Give me 2 minutes. एक हल्का सा लैग होगा, प्लीज बेयर विथ इट। Beautiful, guys. 10 more points. निफ्टी आज के दिन का टारगेट्स 120 पॉइंट्स था। 130 पॉइंट्स के साथ हमारा टारगेट अभी 8 पॉइंट्स में हिट होने वाला है। आई एम शेयरिंग यू द शीट गाइस, फॉर्मूला शीट। एक सेकंड रुक जाओ। Just put the swing high, low, and retracement points. It will be easier for you guys. I'm creating it. Just give me a moment. Beautiful, guys. Target hit. Lovely. Lovely. गाइस अगर कैंडल 2 मिनट में सस्टेन होती है देन निफ्टी का नेक्स्ट प्लान ऑफ एक्शंस विल बी टेकन अंडर द कंसिडरेशंस नॉट प्रायर टू दैट. कोई है टेबल पे तो कार्तिक को लिंक शेयर कर दीजिए. वर्षा, if anyone is there in the table, please do share the link. Good morning, Ans G. How are you doing? Small gift from TTS. You guys can check. This will be the link. Open it. You guys will have the access to the formulas. Just change the numbers. Rules has been set. Formulas won't get changed. Just wing high and lows will be working as your current retracements and allocate in the directions. Okay. दे दिया ना समर्थ. I've given you the sheet only directly. Hello, hello. Good morning, sir. You are the magician. Good morning, Patel. You created this right now. Yes, right now. Okay. Everyone can change column C, D, E. G, H, I will automatically get changed because that is formulative and that's been edited. आपको अप्रूव करना पड़ेगा. मैं क्यों अप्रूव करूंगा? टीम अप्रूव करेगी ना. I took a buy order in gold at 3017. Great. एक सेकंड रुको. 3017. Okay. Good plan of action. Asian session का execution है. Right. Running with 60 pips. MTSL about 20 pips. Good morning, Venkat. Okay, Hansji. You guys can change the numbers, not an issue at all. Right? Formulative section, golden ratio section, intermediate section वो change नहीं होगा. आपको सिर्फ section C, D, E will be changed, which you guys can change it. But the protected range of formulative numbers, golden ratios, intermediate ratios will automatically be calculated. ठीक है? Good morning, Nitesh. Sir, is not your book launched today? Wishing you all the best on the success of the book. नहीं नहीं आज नहीं है book launch. There is some issues in editing, so it will be launched very soon. Ankit Kumar. Okay, Mahesh. We'll let you know once the book is into the launch. By the evening, you guys will be having a new thing which is called as MC1 that will also get added over here. Okay, Henry, hope you got the point. यार इतना सब कुछ कर रहे हो, कार्तिक जी को टेलीग्राम भी तो दे दो कोई. वर्षा, शेयर कर दो. Sir, this gift is OSM. Awesome. Okay, thank you. Okay, a small reflection I can showcase you guys of Nifty trade, right? Nifty break हो चुकी है, break होने के बाद sustain हुई है. So how do you look into the next circumstances? I will be showing you over here at the current point of action. Okay, so just for an example, my Nifty has broken my high. So what I'll be doing, I'll be changing my next point of action over here, right? Just a small showcase. My swing high will be this. Okay, my swing low will be this, and this will act as my retracement point, right? Come down to Google Sheets. I'll showcase you how does the numbers work. Just I'm changing a small level of actions over here so that you guys can understand it better. Okay, so here, what are the scenarios of the Indian markets? The high point we are having 23,521.85, right? What is the swing low that I'm having over here? The swing low is 23,331.05. What is the retracement point I'm having? I got the formulative number. Formulative number is 190.8. The retracement point is 23434.65. Okay. So my entire golden ratio and intermediate ratios are changed. So that will be my next plan of actions, what I'll be taking under the considerations. Right. At the current point of action, my swing target will be of golden ratio is 23,743.36. Okay. That will be my next target plan. Simple. Okay. Nifty next target is 23,735 and 23,808. Am I right or wrong? मतलब समझा नहीं क्या बोलना चाह रहे हो. Karthik, team has shared you the movement for yourself. Please look into the structures of the link to the Telegram. Okay. Beautiful, guys. Keep it up. Good morning, Mali Babu sir. Hit the like button, guys. Yesterday market was closed na baba. Friday के दिन की बोल रहे हो? Definitely, give me a moment. Finally, जो सेटअप चाहिए बनना शुरू हुआ है. Pankaj, MTSL point will be at 86,200. System trailing will be at 85,650. Yes, Friday. Give me a moment. 11:15. Okay. And 3:15. Okay. Could those be checking points for reversal? or bearish inducement with no follow up or continuation candle. If you notice over here, Sumit, this was a zone where market created inducement range, right? Inducement S3 setup was generated over here. Sorry, B3. What is the circumstances of inducements? S1, group partner, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, break, candle closure inside the candle, continuity in the market, and market tend to break, right? So this was a proper zone in which the market tends to move in the directions, right? This is a S1 setup which got created over here. Hence the market moved in the continuity. Okay. Sir, on the weekend, I was testing out the order blocks you defined in one of the short videos. It seems to be working with at least 80% accuracy. Moreover, the market breaks the order block, it retraces. सर आप चार्ट पर मार्क कर दो एक बार. क्या मार्क करना है? To the zone and carries on with the flow. महेश, वो जो शॉर्ट्स में मैंने बताया था ना ऑर्डर ब्लॉक, that will work from April. अप्रैल में जो वर्क होगा वो आप अभी से ही एक्यूरेसी चेक कर रहे हो. That is a hunt order block and its accuracy is currently with 95%. I have just given you a short glimpse what will be the next. 97% है उसकी accuracy, 94 to 97, and I have not disclosed entirely how to look into the circumstances of that. Okay, Mahesh. And great, you did the back testing and you got 80% accuracy. Like that. Keep it up. Okay, Sumit. Hope you got the point. Always remember, guys, S2 के साथ S1 करके और एक है. That will also follow in market. अगर S2 follow होता है 90%, जब जब S1 create होता है तब तब वो movement generate होता है 50%. Okay? Most of the scenarios you will see this, but rest of the scenarios you will see this. 50% मतलब मैं बोल रहा हूँ in the scenario of 90 का calculate करोगे तो 10%. Okay? That are the only two scenarios which generates in the market. Oh, sir, it is like Fibonacci variations. What is Fibonacci variations, Janab? All the new members, if you guys are liking the video, if you're learning from it, do hit a like, share, and subscribe. Got disconnected, got the point. Okay, cool. Sir, that is what I'm saying. Even in the past 6 months, it was working with 80% accuracy. Yeah. Like today, gold retraced to 3025. Oh, sir, it is like Fibonacci variation. For April, variation is decided. Yes. BTC का MTSL mark कर दो मैं, and now where should I trail my SL? Okay. You can keep an eye over here. If it breaks this level, continuity में आता है, तो definitely ये liquidity hunt करने आएगा. Okay. But we don't have any setup as of now. So that's totally fine. You can be in the long bullish directions. सर कितना जादू दिखाओगे? इधर एक फॉलो नहीं हो रहा है, आप ऑलरेडी 3-4 वेरिएशंस के साथ बैठे हो सिखाने के लिए. तो सिखाने के लिए बहुत सारा है यार. आप लोग स्पीड पिकअप करो, मेरा स्पीड बढ़ जाएगा. Right? There is a minor foul which is there in the markets, which is very important, right? ये सब याद रखना. माइनर फॉल्स होने के बाद प्री मैच्योर डिप, उसके बाद सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई पार्ट 2. ये पार्ट 1 का 1% आप लोगों को बताया है. ओके. The major topic which will be interesting and haunting is retailers fear execution. ये मैं आप लोगों को तभी सिखा पाऊंगा जब आप लोग fearless trading पे आओगे. And I will teach you exactly how to capture retailers' fear and foremost. This can happen only when you guys get out of this fearless zone. Very good afternoon, very good morning, Rajesh. Okay, but you guys will love this, huh? How to capture the trades with retailers' fear. एक एग्जांपल देता हूँ. ओके, अगर हमें प्राइस एक्शन पे बाई करना है ना लॉन्ग की तरफ, मार्केट मूवमेंट क्रिएट करके हुए जा रही है समझो, राइट? अभी हमें शॉर्ट करना है, तो क्या हम यहाँ से शॉर्ट करेंगे? नहीं, यहाँ पे पहले सब लोगों को बिठाएंगे, उसके बाद एक पीओआई क्रिएट करेंगे। पीओआई क्रिएट करने के बाद जितने भी रिटेलर्स पैटर्न आउट में बैठे उनको हंट करेंगे, राइट? वहां पे जाके S1 सेटअप क्रिएट करेंगे या S2 सेटअप क्रिएट करेंगे, राइट? उसके बाद से एक शॉट में हमारा टारगेट का ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूशन देंगे। दिस इज हाउ द एग्जैक्ट फियर इज जनरेटेड इन द मार्केट, राइट? बिकॉज एवरीवन हु इज थिंकिंग टू टेक ए ट्रेड लॉन्ग के लिए इस ब्रेक के ऊपर देखेंगे, जितने भी लोग नीचे के लिए बैठे हैं इसके नीचे, उनका एसएल यहाँ पे होगा, राइट? सो यहाँ पे साइकोलॉजी समझो, इट विल हंट बोथ ऑफ देम इन एगो, सेटअप क्रिएट करेगा, सेटअप क्रिएट करके बम, बिना रिट्रेसमेंट के एक शॉट में नीचे आएगा। You give me a random date, I will showcase you how exactly it works. Random date. I'm not asking you to give, or I'm not selecting. आप लोग बताओ. How is your learning going on, Rajesh? Like in NAS 100 daily time frame. 21st third. आ रहा हूँ. Daily time frame. That's funny. आप कौन से टाइम फ्रेम पे ट्रेड करते हो जनाब, वो बताइए पहला. Daily time frame. Are you a swing trader? You trade in 1 minute, no? 23rd. Not futures, NCD. Okay, coming to that point. Give me a moment. 21st. Okay. So what do you notice over here? One, इधर कौन हंट हुए? इक्वल हाइस पे. इक्वल हाइस पे यहाँ पे सेलर्स एक्टिवेट हुए, करेक्ट? सेलर्स एक्टिवेट होने के बाद ऊपर गया, ब्रेक पे बायर्स एक्टिवेट हुए, करेक्ट? With the buyers activation, what did market tend to do over here? Created a POI. With the POI, what did market do? We got a liquidity. With that liquidity point of action, what is the setup? S2 B1 setup. Market tend to continue the movement. Right? At this point of action, what is the next liquidity point that we wanted? Market tend to create a change of character as per you guys. Did the market give a break over here? राइट, ब्रेक ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर जनरेट हुआ आप लोगों के हिसाब से, राइट। विद दैट ब्रेक ऑफ स्ट्रक्चर सब लोगों को लॉन्ग की तरफ बिठाया फिर से यहाँ पे। व्हाट वाज द सेटअप अगेन? S2B2। फ्राइडे के दिन हमने ये पूरा कैप्चर किया था, राइट। So that's how the market tends to move, Patel. I'm talking about you explaining that retailer hunt concept. हाँ, that I will showcase you. Give me 2 minutes. Say me one thing, what is this zone? Anyone? CS1, CS1, right? What happens in CS1? Always remember, market will hunt them out purely full. मतलब इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में जब जब सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई बिल्ड होता है, हाउ डज अ सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई क्रिएट? द सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई गेट्स क्रिएटेड थ्रू अ पैरेलल चैनल, राइट, जहाँ पे all the retailers has a perspective to execute the trades in each and every point of action, right? With this each and every point of action, always remember one thing: the market will take them out and then continue the movement. What do you notice? Did it take them out over here? Yes, the box is POI. That's right. So this was a parallel channel again. Eggshell theory. Did it take them out again? Yes. So in this perspective, let's look into the movement plan of action. Right? Price action create होते हुए गया, no doubt. Followed through जितने भी लोग swing में trade करते हैं, well and good. इस point of action में break हुई. Everyone sat into the perspective of the movement. What did market create over here? Market created a S2B2 setup. With the S2B2 setup, the hunt. Where does major retailers look for an execution perspectives? On the change of character over here. Market gave a gap down opening, continuity. जितने भी लोग बैठे यहाँ पे, Immediately within next 3 days they were out because that was in the range again. With the range of action, market continued, right? Post here, what is the next plan of actions? इतना बड़ा कैंडल कंटिन्यूटी में आया है, नीचे के लिए प्रेशर बिल्ड होता हुआ दिखा है. What do they tend to do? They sit in each and every price actions till the time there is no change of characters done, right? So post that, what is the next thing that market has tend to move over here? The market has tend to give a direction. हर एक लोगों को यहाँ पे मूवमेंट ऊपर के लिए बिठा के सबको आउट किया and continued in the parallel channel. In today's day, market is in a bullish circumstances in the continuity. So this is Davos box like strategy. Davos box कौन है? Who is Davos box? Davos box theory में तो ये है ना, see a parallel channel movement, break, retrace, continue. But we are talking opposite ना. Parallel channel, break, complete the hunt, and then continue. Right? So this is the major thing, no? And used to sell or buy at low high from the box. Okay, get it. There is one indicator named Darwis box. आपका वो भी पूरा करता है. क्या है technicals? I'm just checking, guys. I'm not following anything over here. I'm just checking. I don't know. Okay, एक सेकंड रुको. ये क्या है ये? एग्जीक्यूट कहाँ पे होगा यहाँ पे ट्रेड? एक बार बताओ आप लोग. Where will this get executed? What does yellow box mean? The market is in action. कुछ भी फॉलो करते हुए यार आप लोग. कौन सा चार्ट था ये? Yeah. Thank you, Venkat. That was more of hop trading, it seems. Okay. Everyone, targets are in perspectives of 2997.323. Gold. Beautiful guys, BTC, loving it. Buy above the green box, sell below the red box. Oh. Okay, sir. Lovely. Demand completed. Also, the TV indicator may not capture what Davos used to exactly follow. Yes. Brother, any new update on BTC? Move the MTSL over here. System trailing over here. Pankaj, follow this. Till the time my numbers are not hit, I am not looking for a short, Rajesh. Okay? And numbers and perspectives are in current range as this. Okay? Hit the like button, guys. All the new members, Joe be doubt hai, please do ask. If you're learning from the stream, if you're liking it, do hit a like, share, and subscribe. You, no, no. Wait, wait. No, no looking towards the short till the time the targets are not hit. What are you doing? Till the time there is no setup, no change. Simple as that. Q's questions on BTC. When I know the pre-formula derived market targets is around 95K. Now, if I have to take an entry, should I do that now with the system trailing you mentioned? Sir, the system trailing is totally different and this is totally different. This is running in green, right? This SL, what you guys are seeing here, is in perspective of the trade running from yesterday and the trade which is running from this point of action. If you have executed the trade, then yes, definitely 1,000 points is your green mark out. If you're currently looking for an execution, right? Yeah, I get it. You're not taking an actual trade if you're asking, right? If in case of that, follow the next setup. If you're going in a running, look for a S1 setup, right? You look for an allocation points over here. You will see inducement generated with that inducement executions, not prior to that. Okay, where is my volume? No running candle execution. After Nifty, I'm back testing MC2 in equities. MC2 may you have to look into 7 categories of executions. Patel, not directly. Hit the like button, guys. Got it. Means considering the scenario, Mr. Patel, you can't wait till Sunday. QTEX trader. Hello, bye. QTEX कैंडल predictions के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं आपके सेटअप को नहीं. आप जो कर रहे हो बोलना तो नहीं चाहता हूँ बट सुन लो. वो गैम्बलिंग है. प्लीज यार गैम्बलिंग मत करो. दिस सेटअप इज नॉट मेंट फॉर गैम्बलिंग. कंसिडरिंग द सिनेरियोस. हंस लो हंस लो और थोड़ा हंस लो. गैम्बलिंग. यस. इक्विटीज की बात नहीं कर रहा हूँ भाई, मैं क्यूटेक्स के बारे में बोल रहा था। हम एग्जीक्यूट करते हैं ट्रेड यहाँ पे 15 मिनट में, आप वहां पे 1 मिनट का सेटअप में ट्रेड करते हो, कैसे यूज करोगे? हाँ वो पता है, आशा किसके लिए वो पता है। संडे का वेट करना है इसके लिए हसास। यस। अगर आप लोगों को सीखना है, दिस चैनल opens the arms for learning, right? As simple as that. 15 मिनट्स का कैंडल प्रिडिक्शन भी कर सकते हैं। भाई आई डोंट प्रमोट, nor I don't work on this criterias. So please बख्श दो मेरे को। प्रिडिक्शन। मैं 30 मिनट्स कैंडल प्रिडिक्शन करता हूँ अभी। हाँ करके बताओ, क्या है प्रिडिक्शन 30 मिनट्स में? मार्केट कहाँ जाएगा बताओ। एग्जिट कर दो बीएन से? नहीं नहीं, थर्सडे तक होल्ड करो, वेडनेसडे तक होल्ड करो, ओके उसके बाद। सॉरी ऑप्टेक्स ट्रेडर, बुरा लगा तो माफ कर देना, हकीकत है। अपडेट कर दिया था सर, ट्रेलिंग एसेट। ओके, अभी चेंज हो गया है ट्रेलिंग एसेट, ठीक है। वो ट्रेलिंग एसएल को चेंज कर दो। एमटीएसएल पॉइंट को भी चेंज कर देना पंकज। Karthik, hope you're understanding what we are doing here. Hit the like button, guys. All the new members, जो भी doubt है, please do let me know. Could help you out rectify the same for you guys. सर एग्जैक्ट सप्लाई खत्म करके रिजेक्शन ले रहा है। यस, नो डाउट अबाउट इट। पंकज एक बार रिफ्रेश कर लो तुम्हारा पेज लाइव स्ट्रीमिंग को, बहुत डिले में देख रहे हो। Stream will be there for next 10 minutes. जो भी doubt है, please do ask. And all the new members, do it a like, share and subscribe. सर आपके अकॉर्डिंग फ्यूचर्स में करना बेटर है या ऑप्शंस में? फ्यूचर्स ना प्रीमियम डीके का टेंशन, ना गामा ब्लास्ट का टेंशन, ना वेगा चेंज होने का टेंशन, ना डेल्टा बढ़ने का प्रॉब्लम। अगर ऑप्शंस में कर रहे हो, डायरेक्शनल ऑप्शंस पकड़ो, प्रॉब्लम नहीं है। ओके, पीओआई रेंज में ट्रेड करोगे, देन यू गाइस विल बी एबल टू ब्लो योर अकाउंट्स। ऑप्शंस ऐसी चीज है ना, अगर डायरेक्शन है, ऑप्शंस ट्रेड करो, मजा आएगा। अगर मार्केट पैरेलल चैनल में चल रहा है तो समझ लो ना प्रीमियम बढ़ेंगे, सिर्फ डीके होते रहेंगे। कीपिंग इन माइंड कंसिडरिंग द मार्केट इज स्टिल इन द रेंज। सर S2B1 सेटअप बन रहा है, ये कैंडल क्लोज होना बहुत जरूरी है। उसके बाद नेक्स्ट कैंडल ब्रेक होके कंटिन्यूटी में आना बहुत जरूरी है। ओके, ऑप्शंस में करूंगा तो डायरेक्शनली आईटीएम ऑप्शंस लूंगा। एट द मनी लो, right? See, when you know the premiums are moving more than your expectations, right? Just for an example, आप इन द मनी में कहाँ पे रह सकते हो जहाँ पे मार्केट स्लो एंड स्टडी प्राइस एक्शन फॉलो करता है, राइट? अगर मार्केट एक अच्छा खासा ट्रेंड फॉलो करके छोटा छोटा रिट्रेसमेंट लेता है ना, वहां पे आप एट द मनी में रह सकते हो पंकज, ठीक है? सर उसमें डीके होता है, डीके बहुत फास्ट होगा। किसमें डीके बहुत फास्ट होगा? एट द मनी में। एट द मनी में क्यों डीके फास्ट होगा? जब एग्जांपल समझो, आज के दिन का ही ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूशन देखते हैं, ठीक है? आपने लॉन्ग की तरफ अगर इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में सोचा होगा, आप एट द मनी में लोगे कहाँ पे? 86,000 प्लस पे, 86,100, 86,200 पे, करेक्ट? तो इन द सिनेरियो मार्केट इज ट्रेडिंग एट 87,200, यहाँ पे प्रीमियम कैसे डीके होंगे? यहाँ पे तो आपका एट द मनी का ट्रेड इन द मनी हो गया ना। सो दैट आर द सिनेरियोस यू हैव टू कीप इन माइंड। हाँ, डेफिनेटली अभी जाके एट द मनी में लोगे तो डीके होगा, नो डाउट। बट आई एम टॉकिंग इन द डायरेक्शनल मूवमेंट, आई एम नॉट टॉकिंग इन पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ स्मॉल मूवमेंट्स। सर निफ्टी चार्ट पर बताना प्लीज। ओके, निफ्टी, right? Let's look into the perpendicular of our current rates which is running. Okay, so in the scenario 12 से हमारा ट्रेड चल रहा है, करेक्ट? 12th point of action, बैंक निफ्टी भी 12th point of action. Yes. Okay, what are the scenarios that you guys have to be keeping in mind over here? Okay, so फर्स्ट ट्रेड हमारा एग्जीक्यूशन 12th का जो था इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में हुआ था, विच इट वाज इन द मनी। क्यों? क्योंकि मार्केट स्लो एंड स्टडी मूवमेंट दे रही थी। ओके, सो सेम हियर, इन द मनी। पोस्ट दैट फर्स्ट गैप अप ओपन, जो इन द मनी का ट्रेड जो अलोकेशन पॉइंट था, इट हैज गिवन ए गुड स्पाइक, राइट? यहाँ पे स्पाइक कंक्लूजन्स जो थे हमारे उस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शंस में जो जनरेट हुआ था 400 पॉइंट्स की हुई थी, जो कि 18th के दिन हुआ था। ओके, तो इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में 400 पॉइंट्स की जब स्पाइक आई, so here you don't have to be scared of premium decay. Same scenario, bank nifty, sorry, nifty, jayse we got a spike over here on the 18th, right? The spike point allocation was of 200 points, right? इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में कंफर्मेशन मिली थी कि हमें मार्केट विल कंटिन्यू इन द डायरेक्शन, राइट? छोटा छोटा पीओआई क्रिएट करके ऊपर जाएगा, दैट्स टोटली फाइन। बट ओनली वन थिंग यू गाइस हैव टू कीप इन माइंड ओवर हियर, जब तक सेलिंग प्रेशर नहीं आएगा, आप लोग क्या कर सकते हो? आप लोग हर एक एटीएम में ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूट कर सकते हो, राइट? सो फर्स्ट पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन हमारा नेक्स्ट एड ऑन कहाँ पे हुआ था? 28, सॉरी 48, एक सेकेंड रखो, 48,850, जो कि यहाँ पे सॉरी इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन पे हुआ था, राइट, एट द मनी, definitely continued. Post continuity market moved in the directions, right? इस डायरेक्शन पॉइंट में मेरे को बताओ प्रीमियम डी के होके इन द मनी हो चुका है, एट द मनी जो है वो इन द मनी हो चुकी है। तो इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में प्रीमियम डी के होगा या प्रीमियम सस्टेनेबल दिखाएगा, राइट? सस्टेनेबली दिखाएगा, क्योंकि जितना रिजेक्शन कैंडल दिखाएगा ना उतना ही मोमेंट ऑफ एक्शन, डेफिनेटली। उसके बाद मार्केट आके 19th के दिन यहाँ पे एक पीओआई जनरेट किया। ये पीओआई से आप डरोगे नहीं, क्यों? क्योंकि ऑलरेडी जो इन द मनी में था वो डीप इन द मनी यहाँ पे हो चुकी है, जो एट द मनी में अलोकेशन हुआ था वो इन द मनी में हो चुकी है। डी आईटीएम हो गया यहाँ पे आईटीएम हो गया, राइट? डीके होगा तो कितना डीके होगा इस सिनेरियो में? 50 पॉइंट्स, दैट्स टोटली फाइन। When that decay is concluded in the price action, 20th को मार्केट ने फिर से गैप अप ओपन किया था शायद मेरे हिसाब, यस, फिर से गैप अप ओपन किया था, राइट? सो विद दिस गैप अप मार्केट टेंड टू बिल्ड प्राइस एक्शनल पॉइंट ओवर हियर। प्राइस एक्शनल पॉइंट बिल्ड होता है मतलब जो भी एट द मनी में कन्वर्जन थी, जो भी आपका डीके हुआ था, वो बैक इनटू द एक्शन आके स्टेज हुआ है। स्टेज होने के बाद मार्केट डेफिनेटली टुक द पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन, थोड़ी देर के लिए पीओआई में था, कंटिन्यूड। इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में जो आपने एग्जीक्यूट यहाँ पे पीओआई से फिर से और एक एड ऑन किए हो ना, वो अभी इधर इन द मनी हो चुका है, राइट? जब ये इन द मनी हो चुका है, प्रीवियस इन द मनी क्या होगा? डीप इन द मनी, राइट? ये डी डी इन द मनी। सो दैट्स हाउ इन द सिनेरियो यू लुक इनटू द सर्कमस्टांसेस। सेम कंटिन्यूटी टिल दिस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन। क्या गैप अप ही ओपन हो रहा है ना, क्योंकि मैथमेटिकल कॉन्सेप्ट के हिसाब से गैप अप ही ओपन होगा। गैप डाउन दिखाओ मेरे को इस डायरेक्शन में एक भी। जब तक सेलिंग प्रेशर नहीं आएगा आपको गैप डाउन नहीं दिखेगा, राइट? सो इस पॉइंट ऑफ एक्शन में हर एक एट द मनी इज गेटिंग कन्वर्टेड इनटू इन द मनी। इन दिस कन्वर्जन आपको क्या देख के चलना चाहिए? मेजरली आपको यहाँ पे एक ही चीज देख के चलना चाहिए, सिस्टम ट्रेलिंग स्ट्रॉन्ग होना चाहिए उतना ही। इन केस ऑफ सिनेरियो आज के दिन पे यहाँ पे एक बड़ा सा ऊपर से नीचे के लिए विक जनरेट होगा, तो कल के दिन में आपको 300 टू 400 पॉइंट्स गैप डाउन दिखने को मिलेगा। एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूं, क्यों? क्योंकि सेलिंग प्रेशर आ चुकी है मार्केट में, समझ लेना। ओनली वन कंडीशन, विक शुड बी देयर, अ बिग विक। विदाउट a wick I'll not take a consideration of gap down opening, right? So that is how you follow and be stringent in the moment। हर एक मोमेंट में stringent चाहिए, stringent होना जरूरी है, राइट? जहां जहां पे सर्कुलेटिंग सप्लाई बिल्ड हुआ है समझ लेना वो सब हंट करने आएगा बहुत जल्द। 4 महीने के बाद मार्केट हैज टेकन द कंसिडरेशन ऑफ मूवमेंट टुवर्ड्स द लॉन्ग, राइट? With this point of action only the movement will be taken under the consideration, na, not prior to this। कितना रिटेलर्स इंडेक्स में या फ्यूचर्स में स्विंग में बैठे होंगे बताओ? दिस इज द नंबर व्हाट यू विल फाइंड, 1.5% आउट ऑफ 100%। क्या यहाँ पे लोग डरेंगे? नहीं। क्यों नहीं डरेंगे? एक चीज क्लियरली बताता हूँ, जब आपका बाइंग हुआ है, एग्जाम्पल में लेके चलो 47,500। क्या एग्जाम्पल में लेके चलो यार, असलियत ही बता देता रुको। यस, 47,575। ओके, फर्स्ट बाइंग प्लॉट, right? With this plan of action, market is running at what stage? Market is running with 4000 points. डरोगे? नहीं ना. So that is the only circumstantial way that you can look into the markets and sustain. हमेशा याद रखना. Patel, hope you got the point. सबको फंसाएगा मतलब वेरी वेरी लेस. वीडियो आएगा तो समझ में आ जाएगा. सर आप ये बात सर आप ये बात बता सकते हो एक्सपायरी कितनी दूर का चूज कर करे फॉर 15 मिनट्स एंड 4 आवर्स. 15 मिनट्स का एक्सपायरी, सॉरी 15 मिनट्स में आप ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूट करते हो. वीकली एक्सपायरी सेलेक्ट करना. अगर 1 आवर का ट्रेड एग्जीक्यूट करते हो मंथली एक्सपायरी सेलेक्ट करना. सबको फंसा गया. ओके. So this is how the trade is look into the perspective here. हाँ डेफिनेटली अगर स्पाइक है उस दिन के मूवमेंट में डेफिनेटली एक ट्रेड ऑफ एक्शन जो बनेगा जो लास्ट वीक की एक्सपायरी में बनी थी निफ्टी. 1.45 के प्रीमियम डायरेक्टली 100 क्लोजर. आप लोग हर एक रेड कैंडल में बाई, हर एक रेड कैंडल में सेल, हर एक रेड कैंडल में, हर एक ग्रीन कैंडल में बाई करते जाओगे डेफिनेटली वो जुआ होगा. व्हाट इज योर रिस्क टू रिवॉर्ड परसेंटेज यू हैव टू बी हैविंग इन माइंड. वो दिमाग में कैलकुलेट हो जाना चाहिए. यार बड़ा सा रेड कैंडल बनाए, बड़ा सा ग्रीन कैंडल बनाए, एग्जीक्यूट करते सेटअप के बिना उड़ाएगा. कितना भी शातिर ट्रेडर हो उड़ाएगा. बिकॉज यू गाइस हैव शोन द फोमो. फोमो में क्या होता है? The execution is created through the fear, and that is easily identified for us. Very easy. एक चीज बताओ, बैंक निफ्टी और निफ्टी में आज, राइट, कैंडल्स बहुत छोटे दिख रहे हैं, नो डाउट. मूवमेंट यहाँ पे 130 की चल रही है. सॉरी 130 नहीं, उससे ज्यादा. ओके. और 40 पॉइंट मिल गया तो 200 पॉइंट होगा निफ्टी में. राइट. इस सिनेरियो में और इस सिनेरियो में what is the only difference that we are having at the current stage? बैंक निफ्टी यहाँ पे सब लोगों को बिठा रहा है, नियोता दे रहा है. परसों इसकी एक्सपायरी है, करेक्ट. सो नियोता देगा, उड़ाएगा, उसके बाद बोलेगा चलो भाई हो गया आपका. समर्थ किसको फंसाया? फ्राइडे इवनिंग की एक बात याद रख लेना गोल्ड में। 1 आवर में फर्स्ट आइसबर्ग ऑर्डर आया है। अगर ये कैंडल इसी सिनेरियो पे क्लोज होगा, राइट, if the candle closes at this point of action with the same similar wick, समझ लेना यहाँ पे आइसबर्ग ऑर्डर जनरेट हो चुके हैं। लार्ज ऑर्डर ने आइसबर्ग ऑर्डर, क्योंकि वॉल्यूम इंक्रीज नहीं है यहाँ पे। नोटिस करोगे देयर इज नो वॉल्यूम। सेलिंग प्रेशर बिल्ड होना शुरू होगा यहाँ से। ओनली वन कंडीशन, दिस कैंडल शुड क्लोज विद द सेम विक प्रेशर, राइट। Why this is called as an iceberg? Iceberg orders are always placed in the position where the volume doesn't move and retailers won't get to know the action point. That is the iceberg order, right? In that scenario, at the current stage of action, yes, what do we notice? Is volume tangent? Yes, it's tangent. 9 minutes observe कर लेना। All the new members, if you're learning, if you guys are enjoying, if you guys are learning, do hit a like, subscribe, and all the old members, do hit the like button, guys. Very less. In detailed video आ जाएगा पटेल, don't worry. सॉरी सर, क्या बोले आप? स्ट्रीम लैग हो रही है। नहीं, सबको फंसा गया करके बोले ना, वो किस चीज के बारे में बोल रहे थे वो पूछा मैं। एक बार रिफ्रेश कर लो गाइस, स्पीड को इंक्रीज कर लेना 2 को, प्लेबैक स्पीड। Everyone remember this: trade fearlessly following the risk management. With the risk management, trade emotionlessly. जीतने से खुशी मनाना, हारने से दुखी हो जाना is not the quality of the traders. Execute the trades in the directions of the math. Sit patiently till the targets are hit. With that, look for an execution perspectives in a moment of the direction, right? Patience is very much important into the markets. With that, look for an executions in the directions. Make sure that you protect your capital and trade sensibly. नहीं, मैंने कुछ एक्सप्लेन ही नहीं किया गोल्ड में. Could not see anything on the gold chart, whatever you explained. एक सेकेंड ना. मैंने कहा निफ्टी बैंक निफ्टी अब सब बुलिश वालों को फंसाएगा. ओके. Last video was awesome, sir. Beautifully explained. Thank you so much, Patel. The iceberg order thing on the gold chart you just explained. नहीं, मैं गोल्ड में नहीं, बीटीसी में एक्सप्लेन कर रहा था. This is BTC explanation, not in the gold. Excuse me. So make sure that you trade fearlessly, execute the trades in the directions of the market, following the proper risk management. With following the proper risk management, make sure that you don't carry the emotions. जीतने से खुशी मनाना, हारने से दुखी हो जाना is not the quality of the traders. Make sure sit till the mathematical numbers with patience fully, no executions in running candle, and no executions in FOMO. मिलते हैं शाम पे, तब तक के लिए नितेश साइनिंग ऑफ. टेक केयर, बाय बाय.